Does your boss even know that you're interested in career advancement opportunities, a raise, or a promotion? You shouldn't just assume just because you've been there for a certain amount of time or that you're a high performer that your boss automatically knows what you want. You need to take ownership of your career. You do that by having effective development conversations with your boss. Now, you may already be having performance conversations or touch points, but if you actually want to earn that raise or promotion, then you need to have more effective conversations specifically about your career, and you're going to do that with these 6 steps. Step 1, the first thing you need is a clear objective to your meeting. If you're new to development conversations, that objective might be just to set expectations with your boss for what you want to talk about. If you've already been at the company a while and you're ready for a raise, then your objective would be to figure out what you need to do to earn that raise. The point is, you use the objective to help your meeting stay focused and on track instead of veering off subject. Plus, at the end of the meeting, you'll know you're successful if you've hit your objective rather than walking out feeling confused and not knowing really what happened. Step 2, address your follow-up items. If there was anything that you have pending left over from your last conversation or that you needed to get done before the meeting, make sure you're ready to talk about that. It should only take a few minutes, but you do want to get those out of the way so that it doesn't distract you later in the conversation. Now, if you haven't finished your follow-up items, then you want to reschedule the meeting until you're ready. Step 3, make sure that your EQ is on point and you are ready to receive feedback. That means focusing on your self-awareness and self-management because you don't want to be argumentative or difficult when somebody's trying to give you feedback for improvement. Number 4, all right, have some goals in mind that you can talk about with your boss. That's short-term goals, long-term goals, or even both. How can your boss look out for opportunities for you if they don't even know what you're interested in or what you're really wanting to do? That means that if you also don't know what you want to do, you really want to think about that before you go to this meeting. Where do you see yourself in 6 months, a year, 3 years? It doesn't need to be a huge, lofty goal, but you need to have something to talk about. Number 5, you definitely need to be ready to take on some action items. You can't expect to develop or grow if you're not willing to put in the effort. So that means you and your boss are going to have to come up with some ideas of things you can do to work on those areas of opportunity. But wait, that doesn't mean you need to take on a lot more work or even try to tackle every single weakness all at once. Do what works for you. And last but certainly not least, number 6, you need to have a date in mind for your next meeting. Look, you've finally taken ownership of your career and started having effective development meetings. Don't leave it up to your boss's schedule to decide the pace of your growth. You want to have a date and time in mind. Now, your boss might not be able to commit right directly in the meeting. Tell them to pencil it in and then follow up in a few days to make sure that they're fully committed. Obviously, you need to pick a time that's realistic for both you and your boss's schedule and make sure you give yourself plenty of time to work on those action items so that they'll be done before your next meeting. I know it can be hard to talk about yourself, especially with your boss, but you need to speak up. That fear of coming across as arrogant or maybe you feel inexperienced and don't know what to say, that is keeping you stuck where you are. Don't let your fear of not knowing what to say keep you stuck in a position. Instead, use these 6 steps that I've just outlined to help you look more professional and communicate confidently with your boss. Download the free template and use the workbook to follow the steps. Then go and schedule that meeting with your boss.